The Seitzer-Burnett case verdict just dropped, and the implications are enormous for the industry and for lead gen and buyer and seller leads. It's pretty incredible, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you about this crazy time that we're in. Hi, I'm Revaluate CEO and co-founder Chris Dreyer. There's a lot to discuss, but on top of all of that, Follow Up Boss got acquired by Zillow, which is pretty awesome for the Follow Up Boss guys. They're stoked about it. They're not going to make huge changes at Follow Up Boss, at least not in the short term, couple of years. Looks like they'll be working together and autonomously at the same time with Zillow. So I know a lot of people really dislike Zillow, but there will be some churn for Follow Up Boss users. But at the same time, based on the verdict that came out of Kansas City, Zillow has to make some changes. They have to make some changes because their whole business has been based around, well, not the whole business, but a significant portion of their business over time has been based around buyer leads. Consumer goes to the website, they look at a property, ooh, that's beautiful, I want to go check it out. That's a buyer lead. One of the things we know at Revaluate is that lead comes in and it doesn't have the seller address. We can go in and append that and fix that, but that's another whole nother story. So Zillow requires Follow Up Boss on the same day that the Seitzer-Burnett verdict drops. And this jury only took 2.5 hours to deliberate, jury of 8 people. And the companies that did not settle ahead of time, and by the way, the companies that did settle ahead of time, they got off for like 1% of the damages that were assessed. Like, it's just absolutely crazy how low RE/MAX paid to get out of this deal. Whereas Keller Williams and the National Association of Realtors appear to have been pretty stubborn and said, nope, we didn't do anything wrong here. We're going to ride this one out and see what happens. Now they've seen what happens. $1.8 billion verdict judged against them. And it's not finalized yet. It could be 3 times more than that, according to an article I read on The Real Deal. 3 times, $5 billion. That's real money. I don't have that in my couch. I don't know about Keller Williams. Maybe Gary's sitting on that. That is a game changer for sure. So the other game changer is that we are looking at the whole buyer lead industry shifting. Companies that existed to generate buy-side leads are no more. They can't operate in that business. Companies that, like Zillow, are having to pivot. Realtor.com will have to pivot for generating all these buyer-side leads. There's still going to be commissions that'll be able to be made there, but it's not easy anymore, and you're going to have it in contract and underwriting, and there's going to be objections to overcome. It's a lot more work. Compounding that issue is over the last year, there's multiple reports, 150 million leads were generated each year over the last several years and sold to real estate agents. And it's around 5-6 million transactions per year, a disparity of 145 million leads that went nowhere. These buyer leads, they've been trash for a long time. People know they've been trash. People have been able to make money on the trash still. But the industry is having an awakening. And at this point in time, it's a crossroads, and agents and brokers and teams are having to decide, am I going to continue down the buyer path, which who knows what end that may be, or are you going to go down the seller path? And at Revaluate, we can certainly help you out finding seller leads, people that are moving right now in this market with these interest rates, with this unaffordable issue for housing. The people that are moving have to move. They have life events causing them to move. So we're happy to help you out. Revaluate.com/talk. We'd love to chat with you a little bit more about working within your database to find transactions that have happened both in the past and the future.